The Frank Haith Show, brought to you by Don Thornton Cadillac, Pepsi, River Spirit, TTCU, The Credit Union, Bill Knight Ford, and St. Francis Health System. And now your host, Bruce Howard.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Frank Haith Show. I'm Bruce Howard, joined by the head basketball coach at the University of Tulsa. And things going well, Coach, a 5-game winning streak. What are you doing well?
Well, we're playing defense, number one. I think we're doing a great job on that end of the court. We're adjusting to what teams are doing. You know, teams are doing different things, and I think our guys are doing a great job there. And then we're playing unselfish basketball on the offensive end. It's really good to see the way we're sharing the ball. You know, we're shooting it good at times, but we're getting good shots, and that's what's most important.
5-game winning streak for the Hurricane. Tulsa winning at UConn in Hartford. Big road win for TU, and then they follow it up with a home win on Sunday against South Florida. All the highlights are coming up on the Frank Haith Show. As we rejoin the head coach of the Golden Hurricane, Frank Haith, you get ready for what's always a difficult road trip. You're going to Hartford to take on UConn. You've played competitively there, but you hadn't won there yet.
Haven't won there yet, and a lot of it to do with UConn. Yeah. And you know, they're very talented, and this year they're still very talented. And you got one of the best guards in the league, Jalen. But we knew we had to play very well to come out with a win. And
it's a UConn Huskies team that kind of has their backs to the wall. They had not been playing well recently, but they always play well at home. Coming into the game at 10-3 at home, and this is a game that's in Hartford, which is their home away from home. But as you can tell, pretty good crowd, a crowd of over 10,000 watching the game. And here in the early going, you get a basket from Sterling Taplin, and boy, was he good for you.
Yeah, early on, they went underneath on ball screens, and Sterling made them pay, just like Thea right there, and when they went under, and he kind of got his confidence, and he got going here.
And he sensed, I guess, early that he might have to score in this game, right?
Yeah, and I think that's the thing about Sterling. He does what he thinks his team need, and very tremendous individual move there, step back. And but here you see us sharing the ball, you know, and there's DeQuan on the offensive rebound.
DeQuan Jeffrey's doing a much better job of hitting the offensive glass, isn't he? He seems to be the guy getting that 50-50 ball now.
Yeah, and there you see a nice duck-in pass by DeQuan against their zone. Junior, good job sealing his defender.
And you always need help from that, maybe that unexpected guy, so to speak, and Eugene Artison gave you a good basket there.
He did. Nice up fake and finish. He's been working hard at practice, trying to get better and better.
And the Golden Hurricane at this point down by 4. And now down by 1, as again, Sterling Taplin's feeling it.
Yeah, but Curran Scott, great one more pass there. And notice the guy, the hot hand, and that's the thing we've talked about with our team. Notice the guy that got it going and really good pass.
And again, a 4-point lead down to 1 with another shot from Sterling.
Nice step back, and they went zone, good up fake, good finish by Junior.
Junior E2 with that layup, making it 28-23 as we go down the backstretch here in the first half.
Nice drive by Jaleel and a little floater. He's got that in his game.
Jaleel making it a little closer game, but you know, UConn's playing pretty well at this point. They would end up taking a 9-point halftime lead.
Yeah, good shot by Jaleel, but they were shooting the ball extremely well. They had some guys come off the bench, make some threes, and as you can see, we're down 9 at the half. But you know, we felt good about if we can get our defense continue to be solid. You know, we were going to be able to execute a little bit on it.
Yeah, you're guarding their key players well. It's just some other guys that kind of stepped forward and made shots for them.
Yeah, and you know, the guys they don't have percentage-wise good numbers, but we needed to continue to do what we needed to do defensively, keeping the ball out of the paint.
And here we go into the second half, and you really get off to a good start here in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, really good shot. Ready hands, ready feet for Sterling right there, and you know, he feels it, and we got off to a great start, as you mentioned here at the beginning of the second half.
Hurricane at this point down by 8, but this time it's the blow-by.
You know, this play right here, I talked to Sterling about that. He could do that a lot more, even on makes or made basket, just getting that ball and attacking the defense right away. He's got that in his game.
And a wide open Corey Henderson knocks it in, and the Hurricane knocking the lead down to 5 now.
Sharing the basketball. Martin's to pass to Junior, Junior pass out. Nice finish right here by DeQuan.
Well, and this I thought energized the team, Coach. We're going to see it again. Just one of the best dunks you'd see all day long from the corner with a good shot fake, and then wow.
You know, one step, and he's outside that free throw lane area and taking off. But it did. It got us going, but then he had 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, moments later, another dunk, another highlight reel type play, and there you see it, Golden Hurricane knocking the lead down to 3, and now a chance to knock it down again from 5 down to 3, and a good jumper by Sterling Taplin.
Nice pull-up jump shot there off the bounce.
And so now you've got to feel pretty good that you're in a flow, huh?
We are, and they went back zone, but we shared the ball again. There's Sterling, top of the key, good pass by Daquan, and we're getting closer.
Lead knocked down to 2, and then with the shot clock running down, Sterling knew what he had to do here.
Yeah, and this is a tough one.
It's NBA 3.
Yeah, that's when you're feeling it, you know, and contested jumper, but as you mentioned, shot clock's running down, and we take the lead on that shot.
And here junior E2 will get an opportunity, and he is so tough against the bigs when he's out in some space.
Yeah, that's the ISO play we run, and great finish by junior attacking his defender.
Obviously, UConn continues to battle back, but that's a classic play that Daquan Jeffries has scored so often on this year.
Yeah, a little curling play that we run, and Daquan, great finish.
Vital will get open, and he had a good game, had 20 points in the contest. He nails that one, and it's 57-55 as we head down the final 9 minutes of this one.
Good execution out of bounds play there, and junior knocked down that 3 with a twirl in play for a 3 we set up for him.
So they're kind of focusing on Sterling, and guess who gets free, huh?
Late in the game, junior obviously got going here, got us doing some really good things, getting some open shots.
So the Hurricane upping their lead to 5 at that point. And again, you have a situation where Jeffries gets that curl again.
Driving to the basket. And we're doing a good job here executing our offense right here. Getting good shots. There's good inside-out play. Big 3 by Lawson Carita.
Yeah, nice open look for TU. Good finding the open man. And, at that point, it looked like you were in command, but, boy, back comes UConn. And this is a sequence where they score 7 points in a row and take the lead on you.
Yeah, and, Larry, in transition defense, got going. He had 2 back-to-back threes.
Now you're down by 1.
Yeah, good execution there and a space play for Tap. Got it going, and good finish.
Yeah, 70-69 Hurricane with the lead. Out of bounds play, you've gotten a stop, and now the long baseball pass.
Great execution right there between Sterling and Daquan, and obviously a good finish.
Yeah, and quickly they get a basket, so it's back down to 1, and you've got a situation here at the end of the ball game where you have to manage things. You get 1 free throw, and then I thought pretty good positional defense.
Yeah, there was not much contact there. It was a good finish there in terms of our defense, but. Only thing we didn't do well, you mentioned it, we didn't shoot free throws well. And but other than that, it was a really good game for us offensively and defensively.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, and Sterling Taplin with a new career high 30 points, along with his 3 rebounds. But your second half shooting was unbelievable, Coach. You ended up 55% for the game, but really good second half shooting overall.
Again, we shared the ball. We had nice inside out options on offense, and I was really proud of our guys, how we handled ourselves. Great composure down the stretch, too.
So a big win for the Hurricane on the road in Hartford, and that only makes the next one bigger as Tulsa plays host to USF on Sunday afternoon at the Reynolds Center. Highlights coming up next. Back on the Frank Haith Show, and Coach, you're on a 4-game winning streak, and all the hard work, of course, you still got to keep winning, and you got a home game against a team that you're supposed to beat, and all of the things kind of set up for a trap game, but you guys played well.
We did. I thought we did a lot of good things right in this ball game. We got off to a little bit of a slow start, but as the game progressed on, I thought we got into a rhythm up on both ends of the court. We were really good in this ball game.
South Florida against the University of Tulsa at the Reynolds Center as we welcome you into the beautiful place in its 20th year. It's hard to believe it's been 20 years, but Hurricane taking on a South Florida team. As you can see, their record 1-13, but as we had mentioned, they beat Tulane, who beat Houston, who beat Cincinnati. So they're dangerous, and you finally get a basket, Coach, about 4.5 minutes in.
Yeah, we took a lot of contested shots early in this ball game, and they were on point defensively. We just didn't have the movement like we do right there, which was great. One more pass, and I think Junior E2 had 5 assists this game, which was really key. Just sharing the ball.
Yeah, tied his career high in the 2 baskets early by Daquan Jeffries. Obviously, very important for you. And then Curran Scott gave you a boost here in the first half.
He really did, and this is something that's really important going ahead. Giving us an offense off the bench. Nice drive by Jalil. As we talked earlier, he's got that in his game, that little floater.
And the Hurricane, again, from the Edmond Memorial guys, Daquan Jeffries and Curran Scott, and it's Daquan in the corner for another 3. You needed those.
We did, and I just look at the passing we're doing right here. We're sharing the ball, and there, Junior, we got 5 out, and Junior recognizes he's being guarded by a big guy and takes him to the basket.
And that ties the game up at 15, and you start to pull away a little bit slowly with Corey Henderson Jr. with that basket.
Nice pull-up, Jay. You know, really good defense by our bigs, rotating there and just holding ground. And I thought this was a really good play by Kern, just finishing in traffic.
Yeah, taking it to them after he kind of hesitated. He lulled them to sleep a little bit, didn't he? And got the and one, and the Hurricane up at that point by 4, and now up by 3 as Joyner finds a man at the top of the key, and it's Kern Scott.
Yeah, and that's good execution on twist action, screening action that opened that up.
In the first half, this would be Martins Igbanu's only basket, but boy, we would see great play out of him in the second half.
Yeah, we made emphasis going inside. You know, he struggled against these guys first game because of their length, but I thought he did a great job.
And again, you get the ball inside, Igbanu can't hit, but again, as we mentioned, Daquan Jeffries has been so good at scooping up the loose ball.
Yeah, just getting there, just being around, and keeping the ball alive. Martin's there, and he was able to finish.
At the end of the first half, what a great play by Sterling Taplin. I wasn't sure he'd get that shot off in time.
He's always waiting to the last second, huh?
But that gives you a double-digit lead, 11-point lead at that point, a little shake and bake for Sterling, and he knew exactly how much time he had left, didn't he?
Yeah, and just a really good individual play, making a tough layup, and I think he's one of the great layup makers in our league and from a guard standpoint.
And neither team shot the ball especially well. You improved to 36%, but you really held USF down at 27.
And I think that's about the controls, right? You know, we got to do that every night, and I thought we did a good job defending after them getting off to a really good start, limiting them one shots and keeping them out of the paint.
Rebounding fairly even, but that would change in the second half. And speaking of changing, 2 points in the first half from Martins, but boy, he got deep position there, didn't he?
Yeah, we wanted to attack the paint. You know, even though their length, we want to get 2 feet in the paint, and that's what Martin there is again, right here. Good finish, 2 feet in the paint, strength. The other play was 2 feet in the paint. Those are good plays for Martin.
Yeah, and a good assist by Junior Itu on the play. And now your half-court trap creates a little bit of havoc. And Sterling Taplin will finish here.
Yeah, nice defensive execution there with our traps, and obviously good finish by Tap. And you see we're up 18 now. Yeah, you were up 11. Now you're going on a run here in the second half, which I think would become 11-0 at one point, and part of the reason is what you're doing there. Yeah, 2 feet in the paint again. You know, nice pass by Junior, but we're establishing our post-up position in the paint. Nice slip screen right there by Martin's good finish. He would have 14 second-half points and a total of 16 to lead the Golden Hurricane in the game, and you've got command of it now. Again, 2 feet in the paint. Nice pass by Daquan, but that's where we talked about at the half, and what we wanted to do is establish 2 feet in the paint. This is one of 3 steals by Sterling Taplin in the game, and off you go. Nice. Yeah, really good execution in our transition game, and a 3-on-2 opportunity right there. Corey Henderson had a couple of nice assists in the game. Artisan really played well in terms of his hustle and his desire. Yeah, he did. He took a charge too. I don't know if we have it on it, but got us a second shot after missing that layup, staying after, and then end up getting the 3 points out of it. Corey Henderson would hit that 3, and he would hit another one moments later. As USF made a little bit of a run to get it down to 16, but for the most part, you kept them at arm's length away. Yeah, good inside-out pass by Junior and Corey relocating. I just love the fact that our ball movement here and hitting the open guy. And there's Junior again finding Lawson Creeder for a wide open 3. 70-49 at that point. Now they chopped it down to about 12 at the buzzer, but overall a very satisfying win. And I don't want to say totally stress-free, but a little bit less stress than some of these 2-point games you've been playing, right? Well, I thought we played well. Given the fact that these games, you look across the country, you got to win it. You got to win these games, and on your own court. But I thought our guys competed hard, did a really nice job. And, we did what we needed to do. We came in with the right mindset. 5 wins in a row for the Golden Hurricane, right now in 4th place in the conference. We'll talk about the conference race a little bit later on. Our feature segment is coming up next on The Frank Haith Show. It's Baseline to Baseline with Sterling Taplin, junior guard at the University of Tulsa from Buffalo, New York. I got to ask you, being from Buffalo,
Are you okay being here with no snow? Or?
I love it. I ain't got to help my dad shovel all day now.
And do you miss it ever?
Yeah, I do. I miss Buffalo in general. So,
what are some of the things that go through your mind because you've had these great endings to games, buzzer beaters? You're the point guard. You have the ball in your hands. What goes through your mind when you know the game is on the line?
I just know my teammates need me to make a play. So at the end of the day, I'm doing it for them.
And sometimes it's a pass, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's a pass. Sometimes I go up to score.
The man you most admire is your dad. Why?
Yeah, he's been there for me through everything, AAU, high school, and prep, and he'll travel anywhere to come see me. Even if it's not for basketball, he'll come and see me. So I love my dad. He always was there for me.
Yeah, and we see him on the East Coast quite a bit. How have you improved from the time you walked on campus to now?
Matured more and starting to do things on my own more. I used to, like I said, I used to rely on my dad a lot, so now I'm doing things on my own.
Sterling, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Sterling Taplin joining us on Baseline to Baseline. Fine young man, Sterling Taplin, and boy, coach, is he having a strong finish to this junior season, huh?
He really is. I mean, you look at his numbers comparable to some of the other really good guards in our league. They're right up there next to him in terms of field goal percentage, free throw percentage, assist turnover ratio. He's having a heck of a year, and he's a lot of reason why we're off to this nice little run here at the end of the season.
Absolutely. Our Don Thornton Cadillac feature segment continues now. It's part of our 20 for 20 series with the 20th year in the Reynolds Center. And, well, the highest team that Tulsa's ever defeated at the Reynolds Center was a couple of years ago when TU took on number 9 Wichita State. Let's take a look back. Wichita State had won 7 straight games in the series and came into the contest ranked number 9. And the game didn't necessarily start the way TU wanted, as Wichita State star Ron Baker got the opening tip and dunked it. But TU took the lead as Rashad Smith got free for a three-pointer for the Hurricane. Shaq Harrison wasn't known as a three-point shooter, but he nails one here to give TU a 4-point lead in the first half. The Hurricane led through most of the first stanza until Wichita State's Fred Van Vliet hit 3 three-pointers near the end of the first half, the last one just before the halftime buzzer, and the Shockers led 31-30 at half. Down by 5 early in the second half, Rashad Ray starts the comeback with a 3 off the assist from DeAndre Wright. Moments later, with the game tied, TU gets a bucket from Harrison on one of his classic moves, a twisting, turning layup. Hurricane up 37-35. Pat Burt kept the pressure on as he drills this three-pointer to give the Hurricane a 3-point edge. TU would not trail the rest of the game. And every time Wichita State made a run, TU had the answer. James Woodard goes baseline and hits a tough shot. Hurricane up by 11 with 2.5 to play. It was Tulsa's frenzied play led by Shaquille Harrison that won the day. Harrison would score 20 points, and when it was over, and there's the buzzer. The biggest win in the history of the Reynolds Center tonight. The Golden Hurricane knocking off number 9 Wichita State as TU wins the game 77-67. And this is the highest ranked team that Tulsa has. We're back on the Frank Haith Show, and this is the exciting time of the year when you get to look at standings and that sort of thing with your 5-game winning streak. You're currently in 4th place, and that is the final bye spot in the upcoming tournament, but really, really nice run by your team.
Yeah, it only magnifies each game, when you keep winning. So this game on Wednesday, obviously an extremely important game because, you're playing the Central Florida teams right behind you in the league standings, and they're playing well too. So, but where we're at, I'm really excited about this team and our focus, and we're getting better. You want to be playing your best basketball this time of year.
And Tulsa is, and as you saw from those standings, TU 9-5 and UCF coming in at 8-6, and it's a tiebreaker game. It's the only game between the two, so it is hugely important. We will see you Wednesday at the Reynolds Center. For head coach Frank Haith, I'm Bruce Howard. So long. We'll talk to you next week.
The Frank Haith Show, brought to you by Don Thornton Cadillac, Pepsi, River Spirit, TTCU, The Credit Union, Bill Knight Ford, and St. Francis Health System. The Frank Haith Show has been a presentation of Golden Hurricane Sports Properties and a Kane Vision production.